To serve two, you'll need 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, half a large onion, roughly chopped, 25 grams, 1 ounce of fresh root ginger, peeled and grated, 1 garlic clove, chopped, and about half a teaspoon of ground cumin, 450 grams, 1 pound of pumpkin, peeled and diced, 450 ml, 15 fluid ounces of hot vegetable stock, or you could use chicken stock for a non-vegetarian version, salt and freshly ground black pepper, about 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped coriander, plus a few whole leaves to garnish, and if you're feeling decadent, some single cream to serve. Start by heating the oil in a relatively large saucepan. I'm actually using rapeseed oil, but you can use olive oil or any other vegetable oil. Heat it until it's quite hot, and then add the onions and saute over a medium heat for 4 to 5 minutes until they're just beginning to soften and go golden brown. Just stir them once in a while, making sure they're completely coated in the oil whilst they're frying. Once the onions are softened and have taken on a golden brown colour, add the ginger, the garlic and the ground cumin, and just stir fry that just for 1 to 2 minutes until it's fragrant. I wish you could smell this because it smells so wonderful. And after a minute or so, add the pumpkin and just stir it to coat. Now I would mention that the smaller the dice of the pumpkin, the more quickly it will cook. You could use very large chunks if you wished, but it would just take longer to cook. So once you've stirred to coat, add your hot stock, some salt, and plenty of black pepper. Stir that well, raise the heat and bring it to the boil. Once it's come to the boil, reduce the heat a little, partially cover and simmer for about 15 minutes until the pumpkin is completely cooked through and soft. After about 15 minutes, remove the lid and just check that your pumpkin is completely cooked. You can do this by putting a sharp knife through it, and as you can see it's almost falling apart, and that's really what you need. Add the fresh coriander, stir it through, and then remove from the heat, but keep that heat on low because you're going to return the soup to heat through. At this point, you could allow it to cool very slightly and then transfer to a liquidizer or blender and blend until smooth. However, I am going to use my trusty hand blender. Now these are really invaluable tools if you plan on making a lot of soups. It saves on washing up because the only part that you actually wash up is this part. And this bit is just where the motor is. So I'm going to use this and I'm simply going to blend it until it's smooth. All that remains now is just to reheat it slightly and serve. Pour into a soup bowl, garnish with a couple of fresh coriander leaves, and if you're feeling very naughty, with a swirl of cream. Spiced pumpkin and coriander soup.